Like 7?
Look at what poor Hezek has been
Hezek.
reduced to, delivering messages to the likes of you.
You have a message for me?
Hezek doesn't want to be doing this. I'd rather be set free by Madam Whim so I can do as I please. And what I please doesn't include delivering messages to mortals. But here we are. Madam Whim sent me to tell you. Lucent demands your presence.
Lucent, where is she?
I'm relaying messages. Directions are hardly my concern. I imagine you'll find Lucent in the private room above the House of Whims in Fargrave.
Didn't seem too private, to be honest.
Allows the Dremora and her entourage to use it is beyond my comprehension.
Well, I'll go see Lucent.
And that, another century off my debt. Be on your way, mortal, to the House of Whims. I heard your friends talking about the Blade Bearers clan, and something called a Riven Cataclysm. Hezek's not supposed to listen, but you all talk so loud.
You're indebted to Madam Whim. Why?
Well, that surprises you? Oh, the freedom to be as clueless as a stupid mortal. Yes, I'm bound to Madam Whim, in her service until I pay off the massive debt I accumulated at the House of Whims. When was that? Oh yes, well before the dwarves disappeared.
You know about the dwarves.
While I may not like mortals, I've always found the events on Nirn to be fascinating. I loved getting summoned by mortal wizards. Oh, not because I liked serving them, no, because I could often trick them and then wander off and explore for a time.
So how'd you end up in her service, Madam Whim?
I'd rather not say, but as it suggests, you avoid the butterfly wing truffles at the House of Whims. Those intoxicating tidbits can be quite addictive.
Mm-hmm. The House of Whims. Kind of lighting there.
Our work is only beginning, mortal. These incarnates threaten not only Fargrave, but your world as well.
Urax, how you doing?
My enemies will rue the day they crossed me. Rue the day, I say. Oh, hello, mortal master.
Mm-hmm.
So, Madam Whim's obnoxious little assistant actually found you. I'm pleasantly surprised. I assumed his incompetence matched his lethargic nature. Now that you have returned, we can resume our hunt for Sister Saldina and the Riven Cataclysm.
How? Last I looked, we have no idea where Sister Saldina went, or where to find the River Catalyst, right?
You are not wrong in your summation. But we are not without avenues to explore. Remember the broken sword hilt you found at Burning Gyre Keep? It carries the mark of the Blade Bearers clan.
That helps us how?
The Blade Bearers are a Dremora clan who forged their own path. They have no allegiance to Mehrunes Dagon, so I find it curious that their crest was found on a broken sword in the keep. I want to determine their involvement. With your aid, of course.
Alright, I guess I'll help.
The Blade Bearers are nomads, but we should find them at a settlement called Wretched Spire. That's in the Sever region of the Deadlands.
Mm-hmm.
You must talk to their kinreeve, Rincaius. I will meet you there. And bring Arox. We may have a use for him.
What should I know about the Rincans?
Rincaius is a
Rincaius.
kinreeve of the Blade Bearers, a clan of nomadic Dremora who bow to no prince. Like the rest of his clan, he is fierce but values honor. He takes pride in his martial skills and the status of his kin. Mortals hold no interest for him.
Are you and Rincaius friends?
Friends? Hardly. That is a mortal concept. If I understand the idea, it implies affection, vulnerability. That you would attribute such an affiliation to Dremora is amusing. But I have known Rinkias for a long time. We have never been at odds.
Yeah, an acquaintance, somebody you get along with at least. No, whatever. What about the Wretched Spire? What is that? We've been to Wretched Spire before.
The Deadlands belong to Mehrunes Dagon, but places exist where his minions rarely go. Wretched Spire stands as a refuge of sorts. A settlement where Dremora without clans and escaped mortal slaves can...
Why do you think we're going to find them there?
As I said, the Blade Bearers are nomads who do not pledge allegiance to Dagon. As such, they roost in places that aren't under the Prince's direct control. Wretched Spire is one such location. Rinkias' clan can usually be found there this cycle.
What can Rinkias tell us about Sister Seldina?
He might be able to explain how his Blade Bearers came to be at Burning Gyre Keep. If Rinkias knows more about the Waking Flame's activity in the Deadlands than we do, perhaps he can tell us where Sister Seldina and her device are hiding.
And if the Blade Bearers are aligned with the Order of Waking Flame in some way?
Then either Rinkias knows about the involvement of his kin, or he does not. If he knows, then he is an enemy, and we may learn something by questioning him. If he does not know, then he is a potential ally, and a powerful one.
Sounds good.
Take me with you, Master. Let us lay waste to your foes.
Oh, yes. Yes, let's go, Aerox.
You are unlikely to find any of Mehrunes Dagon's servants in Wretched Spire, Master. Long ago, the Prince of Destruction commanded that no Daedra among his legions should look upon that place, or even speak of it. He was quite insistent.
Interesting, you know. But you heard, well, we're meeting a Dremora there named Rinkus.
Never heard of him, but I do not trust him. I will watch him closely, Master. Sniff out his intentions. I have a keen sense of smell in this otherwise pathetic form. I'd prefer to be huge and powerful again, of course. But this form has some uses.
Why does Mehrunes Dagon want his legions to ignore Wretched Spire anyways?
I do not know. Lord Dagon wasn't in the habit of explaining his commandments. I heard the entire town was dropped into the Deadlands from someplace else. But I was never curious enough to investigate further. Sorry to have failed you, Master.
Don't worry about it, Aerox. Let's hop in the pack and let's go, huh?
Once, mortal Master.
Ain't right?
I think I'll stay here while you, Lyranth, and the Talking Rat return to the Deadlands. A memory swelled up when the Collector examined my mask. It isn't clear and I don't understand it, but I want to try to recall my first few days in Fargrave.
Do you think the memories have something to do with Sister Seldina and the location of the catalyst?
I'm not sure. The memory is only a fragment, and a jumbled one at that. Maybe if I retrace my steps, try to recreate my first few days in the city, maybe it will become clearer. All I know is, whatever Gazmod did to me, it shook something loose.
Why do you think this memory is important?
The memory. I saw glimpses of an old man. I know him. Knew him, I think. And I saw other flashes. My first days in Fargrave. I think they're related in some way.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure if I want to thank the Collector or run a blade through them.
Does Gazmod the Collector tell you anything about your mask?
You saw what they were like.
Yeah.
Gazmod treated me as something to be studied. Never actually talked to me at all. Only my mask interested them. When they examined it, a memory shifted into focus, sort of. I think I'll be more help if I figure this out.
All right. I really thinking the Anchorite's going to be maybe a member of the Waking Flame, lost their memory. Maybe Sister Seldina's relative, or maybe a Daedra that became human in some way. Let's mark this.
see the last of the Fool Killers still consorts with mortals.
And I see a blade bearer who could use a new perspective.
You travel a strange path, Lyranth. I won't ally with kin such as you.
I was not offering an alliance. Mortals, speak to Rincaius. Tell him about burning Gyre Keep.
What's going on, Lyranth?
Rincaius dislikes mortals and isn't thrilled to see me. No matter, he has a keen mind. He was sharing information. Talk to him and tell him what we found in burning Gyre Keep.
All right. Hey.
Mortals in the Deadlands exist only at Mehrunes Dagon's sufferance. They grovel in his cult, toil as his slaves, or skulk and hide in places such as this, in the hope he will forget about them. Which are you? And why do you seek the Blade Bearers?
Well, I found a Blade Bearer's sword in Burning Gyre Keep, along with Nokvaraz and the Waking Flame cultists.
No Blade Bearer would willingly enter a fortress loyal to Lord Dagon. I'm in search of my clan members who disappeared, however. You say you found one of our swords at Burning Gyre Keep. Tell me, what do you know of the Order of the Waking Flame?
Well, they attempted to deliver my world to Dagon by merging the Deadlands, and they tried to kill me multiple times. They've been making walking destructions. Yeah, they're pretty bad.
An audacious plan.
Mm-hmm.
Mehrunes Dagon has swallowed mortal realms before, or at least a portion of them. Such as this settlement you see before you. You are fortunate that their plan failed. What brings you to the Deadlands now? Vengeance?
They keep on trying it, so we're going to put them down again.
If Dagon's servants struck down my kin to protect this device, I will punish them. But first, they must be found. My scouts followed rumors to Xynoes's jail and Jin's foundry before they vanished. I will begin there. You may accompany me.
Who are Jin and Zonaville? Can you tell me about them?
Jin is a Dremora kin marcher. She studies relics and devices. Xynoes is Zivilai. He studies pain.
Pain.
They are both subordinates of Valkanaz Novkroz, who you say you encountered at Burning Gyre Keep.
Have Blade Bearers had trouble with Valkanaz Noraz before?
When Dagon's purposes interfere with our own, we gladly fight his minions. Prince Dagon knows this and welcomes it. We have met the Valkanaz in battle before. This business of mortal secrets and missing Dremora is new, however.
Tell me about your missing clan members then.
The Blade Bearers come to Wretched Spire every cycle. It provides a place to plot our next campaign against rival clans. When one of our war parties never arrived, I dispatched scouts to find it. They made one report. Then they too disappeared.
All right, where do you find them?
Kinmacha Jind oversees a foundry in the Sever, not far from Wretched Spire. Xynoes is a master of a jail in the Burn, a place of suffering.
Mm-hmm.
My scouts reported that both seek information about mortal dealings, each in their own way.
Is it unusual for them to be interested in mortals?
It is unusual for two high-ranking lieutenants of Valkanaz Novkroz to suddenly concern themselves with mortals, yes. Novkroz has nothing but contempt for your kind. Is that all? I grow impatient.
All right, let's go.
Ika, Drozu, stay vigilant. It's possible our clanmates will return while I am gone.
There's so many people here, I can't tell if there's another Dremora in here or not. Oh, wait, I saw somebody. Marcus. No, that's the same person. Lyranth.
You and Rincaius can chase his missing blade bearers. I will return to Fargrave to sift for rumors about Sister Saldina or the Cataclysm. And perhaps see if the Anchorite has remembered anything new. I will find you when your work is done.
Shouldn't you come with us, though?
The Blade Bearers are notoriously wary of outsiders, and they distrust kin who have more flexible views about honor and order than they do. I walk my own path. Some Dremora find that strange. Ask me if I care.
Can I trust Caius?
As much as you trust me. If his Blade Bearers come to grief at the hands of the Dagonists or Valkanaz Nakvaras, then you share a common enemy. Remind him of that. A temporary alliance with the enemy of his enemy? That Caius can understand.
Do you think we can learn anything from this?
News has a way of reaching the city. Someone knows more about the Covenants. Failing that, I intend to delve into the Anchorite's missing memories. Something about that doesn't sit right. She obviously knows more than she recalls.
Lyrinth just wants some she's addicted to mysteries.
The mortal appears. Surprising, but acceptable.
Okay, Caius.
I expected you to be killed on your way here. Perhaps you are more capable than you appear. This is the Foundry of Jind, kin marcher under Valkanaz Novkroz. Here she supervises Dremora who study and devise things of interest to the Valkanaz.
Okay, what are we looking for?
Look for strange devices or documents about mortal machines in Jind's Foundry. I will search for signs of my blade bearers and question any churls I find. There is a ritual site to the north. Meet me there when you finish searching the Foundry.
Well, why don't we search together?
That would be an inefficient use of my time and abilities. Do not expect me to guard you, mortal, but if you die, as mortals are prone to do, I shall inform Lyrinth at my convenience.
I'll search for Jind. Or I'll search Jind's Foundry then.
I've had few dealings with Kinmarcher Jind, but I have reservations about any Dremora who dabbles in mortal inventions. It is an unseemly habit.
Why do you dislike mortals so much?
Dislike? One must be familiar with something to dislike it. I am unfamiliar with your kind and not especially curious. You are simply unimportant. I mean no insult. I'm sure you are very important to you, as far as mortals are concerned.
I kind of like his attitude. It's like, I don't hate you. I don't dislike you. I just don't think you're important. So, are you uncomfortable working with me?
Comfort is not a concept I give much thought to. It is something mortals seek, to protect them from fears and cares. Or so I have heard. Dremora know little of fear, so the relative merits of being comfortable or uncomfortable are meaningless.
Meanwhile, you wouldn't want a blade stuck in your belly.
At the ritual site after I complete my own investigations, search quickly if you wish to compare notes.
All right.
Caius doesn't know what to make of you, Master. He seems like the suspicious type.
Good to know. People been boycotting, yeah. I was picking flowers. All right, back to picking flowers. I gotta adjust my CP points again. Something up here, probably.
Master, this is Death Stone. If you find it, you may learn something.
Death Stone, okay.
translate the notes stolen from Sister Saldina. Nokrovs thinks he can make his own catalyst. Let them kill me. I never match Sister Saldina's brilliance.
Nope.
Nokrovs seeks to undermine the mortal Saldina. Two factions vying for Lord Dagon's favor. Let us hope for rivers of blood.
Mm-hmm. You know, I like this I like this rat. I like him a lot. I'm hoping that he comes back. And since he sounds like he's like a rat is in his normal body, I'm hoping that it's like he just comes back as like a different animal each time. Yeah, exactly, Marine. I think the bigger thing is that, like, if you're in a public school, you should be like subject to working the same way everyone else has to do things. So otherwise, just don't go there. Kind of simple, really. Jin somatic. All right.
Strange drawing, Master. Does Jind intend to construct this thing?
Looks like he tried to and it blew up on him. Bzz, bzz. Notes. Sister Zelina's orders. Kin Marcher Jind. Valkanez Nokraz tells me that you are responsible for acquiring potential subjects. If so, you're delinquent in your duties. To create the incarnate suitable for Lord Dagon's purpose, we must have Jamora. I don't care what clan. Remind all prisoners that your custody of to the Devastator who delivers this letter, and then find more. Also, find some Waking Flame Acolytes. Some Waking Flame Acolytes have gone missing in the Sever, not too far from your foundry. Direct your kin to make a search of the area. I want them located. Sister Saldina.
The mortal woman dares command Jind and Nokrovs? Arrogant. Why does she need so many Dremora?
Probably to help with their experiments. Makes sense. Bzz, bzz.
I thought Jind would slice your flesh to ribbons. You are sturdier than you appear.
I just stuck around.
Mortals have too many expressions. Your face tells me nothing. Did you find anything at the foundry, or did you fail at your task?
Jin is trying to duplicate the cult's plans. Norkvaraz wants to build his own catalyst.
For what purpose? Prince Dagon commanded Valknaz Novkroz and his subordinates to assist the mortals of his waking flame cult. Or so I heard. If the mortals devised a tool for the prince's use, why would the Valknaz need one of his own?
Well, there's more. Sister Saldina ordered Jin to send her more Jamora, too.
This reeks of mortal lies and trickery. Mortals do not enslave kin. And yet, I found signs left by my blade bearers. Kin of many clans gathered here before they were taken somewhere else.
Should we search Zokanaz's stronghold then?
Yes. Kin are not to be used by mortals. I must find signs of my missing clanmates. Meet me near the jail of Zanawaz. The area features many deep ravines. Do not fall into one and die.
Thank you for the warning. What kind of signs are you looking for?
You are not a blade bearer. You have no means to perceive the secret symbols of my kin. We are of oblivion, made of its substance. It is a simple thing to leave an impression that others of our clan can sense.
If any Dromora can sense it, how is it a secret?
We are blade bearers. All the kin of my clan are pact bound one to another. The clan pact unites us in purpose, attunes us to each other. I know my kin, and can see what they wish me to see, others cannot. It is a connection that can never be broken.
Not even in death?
The clan pact shapes us. It defines our essential nature. Blade Bearer is not an allegiance, it is what I am, what I ever will be. Should this form be destroyed, I will respawn in a new body. But the clan pact remains. We do not die, mortal.
Alright.
Investigate the Zivilai, Zainoaz. I will meet you there, if you survive the journey.
Sure. Oh, good to know.
The Zivilai will grind your mortal bones to ash if he sends you here. Zainoaz is one of Alknaz Novkroz's most fearsome underlings, but commands many Dromora. I do not know if he and Jinn work together for their master or if they compete for his approval.
What should I be looking for?
Blade bearers would not allow themselves to be seen by you, so do not waste your time looking for them. Search for information about the mortal device that drew my scouts to this site. I will look for my kin.
Well, if I discover something useful, how can I find you?
You exhaust me with all these questions. Are all mortals so uncertain? There is a scouts camp north of Zainoaz's jail. I will await you there, but do not dawdle. My patience is extremely limited.
Hey, if you told me everything up front, we wouldn't have to have these 20 questions, you know. All right, I'll look for you there when we're done.
Zivilai are reckless creatures. They rely on wild emotion and brute strength instead of skill and strategy. Dangerous to the weak or the unwary. You are still here. Was I not specific enough in my warning?
What kind does Zivilas belong to?
Zivilai are rare. They work together, but it never lasts. They are arrogant and do not like taking orders. Only the most powerful Daedric lords can compel their obedience. Such as Prince Dagon.
Sounds like you don't think too highly of him.
You infer too much. I do not like or dislike Zivilai. They are difficult allies, undisciplined, quick to change course as their whims sway them. One cannot guess their goals because they do not know themselves. Much like mortals, it seems.
And why do you like mortals so much?
The few I have seen are foolish, weak, or mad. There is no alliance with such creatures that would benefit my clan. Some Dremora see value in studying the doings of your kind, but not I. I leave that to Lyranth, the Fool Killer.
Why do you call her the Fool Killer?
That is the name of her clan, so to me she is Lyranth, the Fool Killer, just as I am Rinkaius, the Blade Bearer. Do you not have clan names where you come from? The earth concerns me. I cannot discern what she truly intends in these matters.
Her clan is Fool Killer. I didn't know that. You don't trust Lyranth?
Lyranth's curiosity leads her down murky paths. Her unseemly interest in you has lessened her. No, that is unfair. It has made her different. She is someone to be wary of. That is as true for mortals as it is for Dremora. Remember that.
All right.
Stay alert, mortal. You seem to handle yourself well, but Zainoaz is dangerous.
Your nerves are or hands are permanently numb because of nerve damage. That wasn't because of the surgery, though, right? Hope you're still doing okay, Marine. All right, let's see where we're going here. Burning skeletons. Hey, can I help you there? Hi. Let's just wander on through here. All right, let's see what's up here then. Just pinched for over 8 months. Ouch. Kavaz's sketch. All right, let's take a look at that.
More scratchings? They really are trying to build their own cataclysm master.
They aren't doing a good job of it, are they?
Haven't I suffered enough?
Dissex Delion.
You are not one of these monsters. Daedra. Tormentors. They questioned me. Wanted me to demonstrate how to inscribe the runes. I tried to resist. Tell Sister Seltina. I tried.
Inscribed runes for what?
The Cataclyst's runic crux. The focus of its power. These Daedra wanted to make their own. I didn't tell them everything. Tell Sister Seltina. I did not reveal the Blind Seer's final gift.
The Blind Seer?
I never met him, but he invented the Cataclyst. We followed his schematics. The day of Lord Dagon's triumph draws near. I hope to see it. Damn Knockfrost and his torturer.
The River Catalyst. Where can you find it? Come on, before you die.
Hidden. Safe. Knockfrost envies us. Hates Sister Seltina. Knockfrost fears that mortals will bring about Lord Dagon's triumph. Not Tremora. So he had me tortured. Help me.
What do you need? Come on.
Wicked. He probably didn't even provide the torturer with much sport.
Probably not. Can't touch your chin to your chest. Ah, that's gotta suck. Flawed runic crux. Okay.
What a poorly crafted runic crux. Whatever ritual they plan to use it for will most likely fail.
Let's go over this. Drop down. Drop down. Here we go. Whee!
Come on. This isn't right.
Gotta remember to come back here. Tends to destruction.
You have found information. Perhaps you have proven yourself a useful companion after all. What have you learned?
Zakvaz is trying to duplicate the cult's plans. Nofaraz wants to build his own catalyst.
Of course. Akanaz Nokraz refuses to accept that the mortal followers of Mehrunes Dagon can succeed where he has failed. A useful insight. What else did you find out?
Drawings for runic crux. I learned that the blind seer invented the catalyst.
Blind Seer. That means nothing to me. Nor can I make sense of the drawing. The runic crux, however. The work seems poorly done. Xynoaz's methods have their limitations. I found something as well. A hidden message from my blade bearers.
Like the one you found in Jin's foundry?
My kin learned little that we did not already know. They waited here, hoping to trail a waking flame messenger back to Sister Seldina. Since they are not here, it must have worked. Which leaves us no closer to finding this mortal device, or my kin. Defective parts, strange scribblings, the inventions of a blind seer. I hope Lyranth learned more in Fargrave.
The inventions of a blind seer. Interesting. I believe we know his name.
Elagian. That's what I remembered earlier. Lyranth helped me.
Elagian? That old lunatic? He was locked in the blood pit last I knew.
That Daedrat talk.
Yes.
This pathetic form holds Arox the Mutilator, Titan of Destruction. Master, let's talk.
Yes. Let's talk.
If that Daedrat is Arox the Mutilator, then I am a two-headed scamp. Was that in your backpack all along? Whatever it is, it wants to talk to you.
Oh, poor Arox.
The Daedrat proves useful yet again. See what else Arox can tell us about this Elagian. All I could help the anchorite draw from her memories was his name and that he was some sort of seer.
How'd you know where to find Rinkisime?
You
Machias.
me, little mortal. I have ways to keep track of you. Does that surprise you?
Yes. You're stalking me, aren't you?
That I simply decided there was nothing left to learn in Fargrave and came looking for you. Feel free to accept whichever answer suits you.
Lyranth is totally a stalker. How'd you get the anchorite to remember Yuljin's name?
I have some amount of skill at magic that reveals secrets and hidden things. It wasn't too difficult to help the anchorite make sense of the memory that welled up when the collector examined her mask.
Can you help her remember everything?
No. If the memory doesn't rise to the surface, the mask's protections are too powerful for my magic to overcome. Perhaps we can locate an expert and deal with that later. For now, talk to Arox and find out more about Elagian and the Blood Pit.
Okay. Anchorite?
I can sense the truth of what Arox said. The name Elagian tugs at my mind. I talked to Arox. I want to know more.
How'd Lyranth help you?
Gazmod the Collector's interest in my mask gave Lyranth an idea. Rather than try to remove it, she attempted to suppress its enchantment with her magic.
What happened?
It was as if a curtain in my mind moved in the breeze for a moment. I saw Elagian, a sad old man with eyes that looked on things others don't see. And I remembered his name. I'm afraid that's all Lyranth could help me recall.
All right. Tell me if you remember anything else then. Arox.
Not so long ago, the blood blood pit trembled at the mere rumor of my approach. They cowered before me. I first encountered Elagian there. He was quite mad. Probably still is. I'm not sure what he'll be able to tell you, Master.
Should probably get some context to who this is. So, what's the blood pit? And how do you know Elijah?
The blood pit is a foul prison that I once oversaw. When I was cursed, I awoke there in this reduced form, cast down with others who offended Mehrunes Dagon. That's where I met Elagian. He was locked in a prison within the prison. The Durance Spire.
Do you know who Elijah is or why he was imprisoned?
Master, I am not sure if Elagian knows who Elagian is or why he is there. You'll see. The blood pit lies northwest of Burning Gyre Keep. I can guide you, but the presence of powerful Daedra not aligned with Prince Dagon will be noticed.
Noticed? What does that mean?
The blood pit imprisons disloyal Daedra with mystic wards. Liranth and the Blade Bearer would have to shatter those wards to enter. Mortals, the walls and locks are enough to bar your path. Your Dremora allies cannot come with us.
Won't the ward stop you, though?
I was imprisoned there before I escaped, only to be captured by the Collector. Damn his many eyes! I never were able to overcome my natural immunity to the wards. Something to do with my position before I was cursed, I imagine.
His position. Was he a main person for Dagon and then got cast out? Do you know what happened? Do you know what you did in the blood pit before you were Daedra then?
Probably not. Mortals are delicate about such things. The blood pit is a cruel place, Master. Prince Dagon sends his enemies there to suffer. Prisoners.
Nope. Shoot.
Not so long ago, the blood pit. The blood pit is a. The blood pit imprisons. I was imprisoned.
Sorry.
Probably not. Mortals are delicate about such things. The blood pit is a cruel place, Master. Prince Dagon sends his enemies there to suffer. Mortal prisoners do not last long, unless they are valuable in some way.
All right, hop in my back.
Let us depart, Master.
Let's meet at the blood pit. If I know Elagian, maybe he knows me.
Oh, she can go through there. Then she's not warded, so she's not a Daedra, right?
The blood pit. If names are omens, then this is a dire one. After what Aarox told us about the place, I admit I wouldn't want to set foot there until we exhausted every other lead we had.
Do you think we might have to be in prison too?
I'm not sure. Wouldn't a place like this leave scars you couldn't forget?
But if you didn't meet Elijah here, where else would you meet him?
I don't know. And what does it matter? However we met, I just hope Elagian can tell me who I was before this mask was adhered to my face. It would also be nice if he can tell us something useful about the Riven Cataclysm.
Well, he's blind, so he's not going to be able to see your face.
There, an overseer. Let's see what's going on.
did was babble about nonsense.
He is becoming resistant to the elixir, Valkenar's Knockcross. There's nothing to be done.
Nothing to be done? Be grateful that I am not my predecessor, Aerox the Mutilator.
Oh.
Knockfrost is weak. I would have killed the Overseer for her failure.
Well, Aerox, I still like, even if you're used to be one of the bad guys.
Valkenar's Knockfrost. Do you have any idea when we can expect Aerox the Mutilator to return?
Aerox never left. I had him cursed, turned him into a Daedra.
Knockfrost? He did this to me? That bloodless ash pile!
The elixir before I return, and forget Aerox. He's no longer.
Oh.
The Warden's Overlook is nearby. The entrance is a portal. We might find the location of Elegian's Durance Vial there.
Okay. Nope, that's out of there, right? So it's probably up this way. Or no, maybe I have to go up there. Ah, here we go. Blood Pit prisoner roll, all right. A list of prisoners held in the Blood Pit, the name of the legend appears at the top of the list with some notation. Confined to Durance vials by special order in the southwest section of the prison. Near the bottom of the list, you see under secret prisoners, you notice the name Aerox the Mutilator. Beside the notation, gone missing, or possibly eaten by more prisoners. Either way, don't title Valkyrin as Noras. This is a map?
Look up there. Knockfrost returns.
Have you completed your interrogation, Valkenar's Knockcross?
Nothing but a waste of time. Just more of the same. Security until I return. I must go. That tiresome mortal Seldina insists on my presence. Improve the elixir before my next interrogation.
Okay.
He's getting away! I'll kill him!
How? You gotta chew his face or something? The giant Durance vial. Is Anchorite supposed to be with us?
I remember the smells of this place. The old Seer should be behind a glowing door.
Close, but one more obstacle. Any ideas? If Aerox is right, Elegian is behind that glowing door. That's a lot of security for one old blind seer, though. I guess we need to figure out how to open Elegian's cell if I really want to talk to him.
Second thoughts? I figure be eager to find out about what Elegian knows.
Yeah, I thought so too. But what if something in my past is terrible? What if that's why I can't or won't remember? All right, let's do this. I think we can use Lucent Crystals, just like back at the bathhouse in the shambles.
All right, sure. I don't need a reminder though. Well, okay, I still have to talk to him.
Lucents can be charged with energy and used to activate all
Yep, I'll look.
spend any amount of time scavenging in Fargrave or various realms of oblivion, and you'll run into a few of these Daedric devices. Lucents are usually easy to find. The tricky part is locating a Dynamis font that still works.
I remember. There's a rune of unsealing on the balcony above. It unlocks the cell door,
And look over
Master.
there, a charged Lucent. Now place the charged Lucent in the discharge ladder. I see discharge labrums on the balcony above. Find some Lucents, charge them, then place them up there.
The masked one speaks true. We need charged Lucents.
Okay. Can't take that one, it seems. Two. We'll just come down here and charge it, I guess. How you doing, Hamburger? I saw you got your PC all set up. All right, one in here? No, I guess not. Oh, once you collect all the Lucents now. All right, we'll do that, I guess. The font. That's good.
Hurry! Activate the rune of unsealing before an overseer comes round.
Good. The sooner we finish with the old Seer, the sooner we can punish Knockfrost.
That did it.
A noise. Is someone there? No. No more visions. I don't want to drink anymore. Drink, brink, sink.
It's gone mad.
The blind Seer is mad. I warned you, Master.
That's him. The old man in my memory. Talk to him and see if he remembers me.
Hi.
Can you hear all of them? I hear all of them. Pour the season on the coals. All good children make sweet rolls.
Hey, Elijah, can you hear me? We need to know where can we find the river catalyst.
More questions? No more questions. Is it the season of blossoms yet? That was always my favorite.
Elijah, you're not making any sense.
All my ideas gone. They poured them out, and now I'm an empty bottle. So empty. Sometimes everything is right again. Usually not. But so many, many questions. I won't answer them unless... Do you smell flowers? Flowers, cowers, showers.
Knockfrost mentioned an elixir, didn't he? If you can find one, maybe it'll calm him down. There's meaning in Elagian's babble. Perhaps he's trying to describe whatever visions plague him. The elixir Knockfrost mentioned. It sounded like he used it whenever he came to interrogate the old man.
I think the ramblings are some kind of type of clue.
He mentioned spring. Could the elixir be related to a season? And he said something about pouring it on coals. There are braziers right beside him.
All right, so what are you suggesting?
Look around for Elagian's elixir. I imagine the overseers would keep it close by in case they needed to talk to him. Something in a bottle related to spring. That's my guess.
I'll look for it.
That smells like rendered okram fat. I like it, but it might kill the old seer.
Clotted blue.
Oh, bile. Delicious. But mortal's mind.
What was that? All right. Well, pungent.
That smells wrong. All heat and mortal sweat. Trust me.
Green tonic with pleasant aroma, a bright spring day.
That bottle smells of Nern. I hate it. But this ridiculous nose of mine is not wrong.
All right, let's try it. Here, let's some green.
My mind grows still, free of those awful visions. I do not know you, stranger, but I thank you. And the others I hear. The elixir grants me only a few moments of clarity, so speak swiftly. What do you ask of me?
Look for the river catalyst. Can you help us?
That vile creation. Notfrost was just here asking about it. The Riven Cataclysm is my burden, my punishment, my greatest sorrow. I did not realize the purpose my designs would be turned to. Why do you seek it?
I need to destroy it. Incarnates want to create. The incarnates it creates want threaten Fargrave and Nern. So yeah, kind of bad.
Yes, I believe you speak true. Destroying it would be good. You can get to the Cataclysm by going to Annihilox's summit. Nukfrost speaks freely in my presence. He thinks me mad, that I hear nothing. Well, I am mad and blind, but I'm not deaf.
And my companion, the Anchorite. Do you know her? Even though you can't see her and she hasn't talked.
The Anchorite? No, I've not heard that word. But I sense my work. She wears my mask, doesn't she? I crafted that cursed item. It suppresses memories, both the wearers and those who knew the wearer. Everyone forgets. Speak quickly, stranger.
So it suppresses even his memories of her. Okay, well, tell me more about the Anchorite's mask.
I cannot tell you who I made the mask for or why. The enchantment I devised does not simply abolish the wearer's memories. It erases the wearer from the memory of anyone who knew her. Whoever she was, that person is forgotten.
Really interesting mechanic there. Okay. But I haven't forgot about her.
Of course not. The mask hides who she was, not who she is now. Think twice before you seek to unbind the mask from your friend. That curse was most likely a place for her protection.
Well, who are you then?
Long ago, I was a moth priest. I read from the Elder Scrolls and paid for the knowledge I gained with my sight. But while Morikar was still Emperor, I was abducted by the servants of Mehrunes Dagon. They brought me to the Deadlands.
Morikar. That's before Longhouse Emperors, right? So. No, he isn't a Longhouse Emperor. Okay, Morikar, known as Morikar the Middling, was Emperor similar to the Intergum. Following his father's death in 2E 542, he was part of the Longhouse Emperor's bloodline, was the son of Emperor Durak, the father of Prince of Levesque. Okay. So he's like the middle emperor of the four Longhouse Emperors then. So why did you design the catalyst for them then?
Dagon's servants broke me, drove me mad with torment and illusions until I no longer knew what was real and what was nightmare. The catalyst design is but one product of my delirium, and by far the worst, I fear.
Well, we can help you escape.
There is no escape for me. Madness is my prison, much more so than this cell. The elixir never lasts very long. Better to leave me here. If you take me away, Dagon's servants will know we talked. They will be warned.
All right. Well, thank you, I guess. But I still want to take him out of there so he couldn't be questioned anymore and give away any more secrets.
You seem like a kindly old owl. I wish I could help you.
A kindly old owl. I remember. A young girl called me that once. I have something for you.
Something for me? What is it?
This amulet. I've been saving it for so long. For you, I think. Now go. My mind. Kind, wind, blind. It fills with a storm.
A sewer on the east wall. That's our exit, Master. We should hurry and return to Wretched Spire.
Mm-hmm.
Goodbye, old owl. Let's meet back at Wretched Spire. He remembered my mask and this amulet, but he didn't remember me.
But at the same time, where was he keeping that amulet while he was being, like, held captive? Daedra never searched him?
I hoped Elagian would be able to tell me who I am or how I knew him. It's disappointing. But at least he sort of explained my mask, and he told us where to find the Riven Cataclysm. I don't know what I'm supposed to do with this amulet, though.
Well, find out soon enough. It's probably like something to unlock it. All right, let's go.
Well,
Durance, we're back.
Interesting. You appear to have survived Dagon's worst prison and suffered little to no damage. And your demeanor suggests that you succeeded in your mission, though the anchorite seems distressed. Tell me, what happened in the blood pit?
Well, we found him. He told us that we can find the River Catalyst by going to the Anorex Summit.
I know an Ilark summit, a high peak in the Sever, inhospitable to mortals, and Dremora for that matter. Few go there. It would be a perfect place to hide the Riven Cataclysm. But what's wrong with the anchorite? Did Elagian recognize her?
No, but we found out he made the mask. It says it makes her forget her past and makes those who knew her forget her as well.
Did he know? The Cataclysm, and the mask. This Elegine is clever indeed. I am more determined than ever to examine the Riven Cataclysm in detail. We must also keep the Waking Flame from misusing it, of course.
What if that means she could be one of the she could be one of the tools there, one of the mortal, I try to remember what they call them. Like the living, she could be a living ambition as well. And she put the mask on simply to make sure no one would remember her. Oh, let's head to the summit, I guess.
Patience, mortal. You have done well. Take pride in your accomplishments and accept this minor token of my appreciation. With Rincaius, Arox, and the Anchorite at our side, we may yet complete both our missions. Prepare yourself. We move out shortly.
Explorer garb. And a skill point. I'll take it.
Look at us, little mortal. Forced to accept the word of a blind old seer. Imprisoned and driven mad in Mehrunes Dagon's blood pit. If Elegine is to be believed, we'll find Sister Saldina and the Riven Cataclysm at the summit. Come, little mortal. Let us speak.
Deadlands Jailbreaker. All right. See you in the next quest.